You know the fucking vibes. It's Litty Willie, and today on Litty Talk, obviously Matic Monday with my brother Matic. It's good, brother.
Oh, good, sir.
Oh wait, before we start, shout out to High Noon,
Hey.
the official sponsor of Matic Mondays. I'm not even gonna say the Litty Show. Matic Mondays.
Yeah, have to get that out of the way.
Had to get it out the way. This is like episode 100 or some shit like that.
For real.
I feel like in 2 weeks, I think we haven't shot in 2 weeks, but I feel like it's been 2 months. Like so much has been going on.
I know. Everything has gone too fast. You
performed. Almost caught COVID and died.
Yeah.
Small things here and there between that, but let's jump right into it first. And you performed very well.
Thank you.
Very well. Talk to me. Walk us through.
I was actually I had a therapy session today, so my therapist saw the thing. So I uploaded it, the performance to YouTube, and he saw it. He was like, "Man, I told you, man, you killed it. That day I had a therapy session. He's like, "Man, you're performing. You're gonna do good. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. You got it. Go, rip it. Rip it." So I mean, he said, "I told you, man, you were gonna do good." And I felt good. I did it before and after. I also posted on YouTube. So I thought about it. I'm like, man, let me see. I'm never gonna be able to go back the way that I felt on that day. So let me just, I guess, put it on the moment. And then also the day afterwards, I felt that I can't say, being honest, towards the getting close as I was seeing the guy finishing his performance, I was like, man, if I could leave right now, I'll probably do it. Because I'm kind of getting anxious right now. Because obviously it got me scared, the whole mic thing. I'm like, man, the mic is going to cut off. All these things were coming into my head. And then at the same time, as I was, I also told Gabby too, when I was performing, there was this, like, I barely looked at the crowd. I looked at some of the crowd, but there was this girl sitting in front of me. Like, if that couch, there was a couch right here, right in front, and she was making eye contact. She was just looking at me, and I was like, man, I'm going to fuck up. And I think I made eye contact with her like once or twice, but I was just like, I didn't want to get out of the zone because I'm like, I can't fuck up any of the words. And I fucked up once, nobody heard that, but I know that I fucked up because I skipped like a beat or something like that. But it was because I was like, I felt that somebody was looking at me, like piercing looking at me.
Shout out to her, because that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, yeah. She was like paying attention.
Right,
yeah, because I saw she was having fun with it, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then I guess I separated my brain, and one, I'm like doing the thing, and then I saw myself deviating from this, and I'm like, damn, people are liking it, people are getting it, and then I'm like, oh no, I gotta go back, stay set. So I also, Jay was telling me like, yo, you were looking to the right. I was just looking at the TV. There was a WWE fight. The Olympics were going on. I'm like, I'm not gonna look at anybody else. This going on. I'm like, all right, cool. I was seeing the highway, cars passing by.
I thought that was intentional. I thought that was part of your act.
I was trying to make it intentional, and then as I saw, I was like, man, it looks intentional, so I might as well. So that way, it kind of kept me distracted from people looking at me, and also, and then at the end, the whole clapping and stuff like that. I had that in mind, and I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I thought about also, because they told me you can do 3, you can do 4, you can do 5. I thought I was going to do 3. And then I was like, fuck it, you know what? It's been like 10 minutes. I went like straight through it, so I was like, you know what, whatever. So a lot of people that saw the performance, and apart from you guys, they told me like, man, you didn't skip a beat, you were good. Renee saw it, shout out to Renee. He's telling me, bro, I thought at some point I was like, man, this guy doesn't breathe. Like, this guy just goes.
No, for sure. The looking around thing, I honestly thought it was just you being in the zone and you were just vibing. Like, that's what I thought it was. So you did good on that. I guess that's a thing where now you could run forward with all your performances and just do, because
just go.
It looked signature. It looked like it was just you vibing. But dope. Yeah, and definitely me being there, you could not do what you said you were gonna do, which was leave before you could start. Because a friend like me ain't gonna let you leave. I ain't gonna let you bitch out.
I'm fucked.
People like me around you, bro, you not gonna bitch out, bro. Even if I gotta get on that stage and talk shit for you, but
I was also telling my therapist too. I was like, man, like it felt, and he told me that, like, you know, when basketball, like as an example, basketball players that they're playing, or any type of sport that people are watching, they kind of like they're there, but they're not there. Kind of like just playing.
Yeah.
And like you gotta kind of like zone out and not paying attention to anybody else. You're there to play the game. In this case, I was there to perform. Just do the thing, and you're there, but you're not there. Don't worry about anything else going on. That's what he told me. So I kind of like felt like that at some point, because it felt real but unreal. Like I'm here, but I'm not here. So
I think the part because I've performed in front of max 300 people, so I think you just get into a, like he said, you know, first you got to realize that you're not there. You are there obviously for the crowd, obviously, but at the same time you have to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing for the crowd, because if you're not doing for, so then that's you got to then separate yourself from the crowd, meaning worrying too much about the crowd. I know it sounds kind of like
it's like there's so many things that
contradictive, but
collide with each other,
right? But at the end of the day, it's just getting into the point where you're giving a good show to people, you know. And I don't know, you did good. You did good. If only thing I could say, and it's not no bad criticism or anything like that. I just think you would do a lot better with is more crowd engagement and more pre-crowd engagement. So going around talking to people, you know, we talked about this, but it's one thing that always helped me with just any kind of thing. I do public speaking off of my podcasting, so I've talked to 1,000 crowd people in work, but before I get there, I always just try to rub elbows with people as much as I can, just to get them.
You get that connection,
and
personal. It's
hard to talk bad about somebody when you just talk to them. You know, you got to be a cold motherfucker to talk to somebody, and then later you suck.
Once you met them and they said how are you, it kind of like took you into like they just know that you're there,
right? So before we get into Venezuela, because I want I want to say 60% of our show is going to be Venezuela. I want to give a big shout out to Venezuela. So I was watching a bare knuckle fight. Shout out to Yuli. This is his last fight. He retired. Shout out to Yuli, amazing bare knuckle fighter. He's got so many trials and tribulations, and he's old now. It's a great story. If you get a chance, watch him. Yuli the Monster. But
is this the guy that you did the?
No, that's just D2G. But shout out to D2G too. I did an interview with Yuli though back in about 2-3 years ago. Check him out though. His story is just dope and such a positive person. He just finished that with a win. Nice. But while I was watching with that, I got a new fit because I'm becoming a fan of bare knuckle fighting. Georgios Cisneros, I think that's how you say it. Don't read all the other questions, but read that.
Cisneros.
Okay, him. He was the final fight for that night. He was from Venezuela and light heavyweight. No, he won the belt. He won the championship.
No way. What?
Yeah, crazy dude. Like fucking 170 pounds bare knuckle fighting. Yeah. So check him out. Yeah, Google him on Instagram. Check Greg. I don't know how to pronounce that. You're Hispanic.
Gregory's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gregory Cisneros.
But amazing fighter, dude. He is. We was repping for Venezuela that night. You got
He's MMA. You said.
Bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle.
Yeah, bare knuckle.
What the fuck?
He's from Venezuela. Dope fight. So shout out to him. I don't know him. I mean, we're gonna tag him on this. And shout out to Yuli too.
Shit, this dude's massive.
Yeah. But he was kicking ass that night.
Nice.
But such an amazing win for both of them. So shout out to Yuli. Shout out to Cisneros. I don't know how to pronounce that. I just watched one fight from him, and you know he's killing it. So, let's get into Venezuela. So, there's a lot going on there. I'm gonna explain what I know or what I've seen. And then I want you to give me like the full synopsis and the educated answer to that. So basically what I know without facts is there was a vote for the president. The president that's acting now or was acting has been there for 6 years, I'm assuming. Yeah. And he won the election, but then the people from Venezuela proved that it was rigged or it wasn't correct, and the whole country's at war right now.
Okay, so the elections happened. It came to before the day of, because the elections, you know how it happens here, starts in the morning, regular day, and then the results are, I believe they're given like around 10 or 11 latest p.m. The results were given at 1 a.m. Later that day.
Do they follow? Sorry to cut you. Do they follow the same laws and times? More or less.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. So, but before that, I want to call it the opposition, right?
Against the president.
Yeah, against the president. They already had an answer, and they have calculations and literally proof of all the votes that they gave, that they got on their side, that they already had won over with a large margin against the president. At 1 a.m., the government announced that they actually won with, literally, they lost with, they won 70% of the country and they got like 30%, which it was a lie.
Right.
Because if you compare the votes, if you compare the votes, they won actually with a 70% and they lost 70 or 60% and they lost with a 30 to 40%. So they kind of like they saw
the opposite.
Like, the opposite. Yeah. No. We actually, it was like this.
Right.
So the thing started because the president from the opposition, which is his name is Edmundo Gonzalez, and his right hand, which is Maria Corina. She basically made it a mission of her with she prepared basically witnesses and a whole system where everybody that went to vote was recorded, was like already tracked and everything else. So every vote that was given, she had it filed and also uploaded it to a cloud online, so it can show the information.
So she was micromanaging.
She was micromanaging, not only with people that she prepared it from the states, but also outside of the states. They created a website. I mean, there's a website, but they made it a line and everything else, so they can have proof of like, okay, Willie voted for this person, she voted for this person, I voted for this person.
And that's the acting president's assistant?
That's yes.
So she was undercover, basically.
Yeah, basically. I mean, she was out there because actually she was running for president, but there was a lot of things that happened. They made her kind of like life impossible for her. Mm-hmm. So she ended up trying to announce somebody else. That person couldn't come through because they also made her life impossible. So then they got this guy, his name is Edmundo Gonzalez, that I don't know his background, but seems like a modest, honest guy. And she chose him as the candidate to run for the presidency, and she basically orchestrated everything for him, basically.
And how did they vote? How does their systems are?
You go and you it's manual.
It's paper.
It's paper. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
all those things, she made sure that either there was a witness, and that there was many witnesses having and passing that paper. Like, hey, listen, these amount of people voted.
Right.
Loaded up to the web or whatever. Mm. So she had proof already by 1 o'clock, by 11 or 10 that they had already won. And even to the next day, they were like, we're still getting votes on our side.
So it was still winning.
Yeah. So like the state was declaring, like, I mean, they were declaring like, yo, we got these amount of votes, we won, and we still getting votes, and they're saying that they won by this amount. Is like, it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. And the way that she got it, the proof was like, I got the votes, like I can print them out for you, and you can check them out if you want. Go online and check them out. You'll see. Willie lives here in this state and whatever, he voted for this person. You can see everything.
And then each person then turning around and also saying, yes, I did. Not saying, no, that was fabricated.
And you can track everybody because obviously you have to input your license. Like everybody has their, it's called cédula over there, which is your ID. Mm-hmm. Then you have to put all that information when you vote. So all that is tracked. It's not like they're lying or whatever. So the only way that the presidency, the current president, the government could have won is because they falsified documents and everything else. And there was a lot of pictures going around. I'm getting like burps with this.
That's cool.
A lot of pictures were going around from like people inside. There was one that they took a selfie. I guess people from the government. They took a selfie inside of an office, and there was a bunch of people going like this, and there was screens. And on the screens there were graphs that show the blue and the red, and literally the blue looks like 90%, and the red looks like this, like 10%.
Right.
So that already tells you that, and that's how they flipped it, and they showed it on national TV that it was the opposite. It was like, man, like look at this, guys are being stupid. I don't know. I mean, it's so many things that. Not bottom line is that they're falsifying and saying that they won when they didn't, and they don't want to admit it. And they're also saying that they're being asked, hey, if you guys won, show us the proof. Let us see the votes. They said that they eliminated the votes and that they're not going to show anything. So what's happening right now, what happened actually, I believe, on Sunday, was that Biden sent a letter to the president stating that he has until November 5th to leave peacefully, to either go in exile or go to prison.
So let me stop you there.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Let me ask you the first question. Do you think other countries, let's not say America, let's just say, do you think another country has the right to say, if you don't quit, we're going to go in there and we're going to do something? Or do you think this is something...
I mean, it gets to... It's similar to the Vietnam thing also. So
right.
like people intervening in other countries sometimes is
Hitler, even Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler too. You know,
right.
So those things are very sensitive. I believe that it depends on the extreme.
Is it extreme yet where are people dying, and is it causing that? Do you?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe
okay.
so because I believe how I heard an interview from a Mexican reporter who was saying like, just imagine that we're all in a neighborhood, and then you know that the person in the downstairs has a kid, and they're molesting, like kicking, and you know literally killing this kid, and you walk around and you leave your house every day knowing with that on your conscience, and you don't do anything about it. You're also guilty for not doing anything about it because you're knowledgeable that kid is being damaged like that.
So I guess my question is, what negativity besides them obviously lying on the whole voting system? What negativity is it causing for him to become and still be the president? Besides obviously our American mentality of him being a dictator, what else is going on?
Okay, so
because other countries there are okay with people. I mean, look at England where there's kings and queens forever.
Yeah, well, the hierarchy is normal. Like
that's why I'm asking this for people that don't know.
Right, but I'm saying I guess the perspective that you can take this as far as like, man, if somebody does need a change that needs to come is like, what would you do if your monthly pay was $3?
Okay. So those are the bad things.
Those are the things, people. There's food, but you got to go and find food.
Right. Because rip, you're fucked up for lying, saying that you won and you didn't win.
But now what they're doing also, and which fuels to the "you lost" type of statement is that right now when you go on the street, there's people that the reason why I don't know if you've seen that I've stopped. I went from posting a lot to not posting anything is because many things are being kind of like put down because now they're not letting people have anything on their phones. They took off Twitter, which now they banned Twitter for
the country did that. Okay.
Yeah, so he also wants to ban WhatsApp, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And instead of when the police stops you, if you're driving, let's say from here to Publix, and the police stops you, instead of asking you for your ID, they ask you for your phone. And if they find any type of conversations that they're having regarding you being, probably you texting. I'm in Venezuela and I'm texting you Willie like, hey man, listen to stuff like this thing is going crazy. These people suck. This is a dictatorship. They'll take it, and you're now.
So now he's basically slowly, from what I hear,
slowly growing.
He's slowly growing it into a dictatorship where nobody has no rights to do anything.
Exactly,
sort of like Cuba.
Yeah, exactly. Which now it was like that before, but now you see how because that also explains to you and lets you know like, man, you really are. You're fucked. You're really lost, and now you just want to control and go all over, which is we were talking about it the other day. I forgot who it was. It was like you got two options: either you go ahead and you say, "Yeah, I'm a dictator, so what," or you either come clean and say, "Hey, man, I lost. Let me just go my way," type of thing. Because that's what I feel like he doesn't want to say, "I'm a dictator." Go ahead and F yourself,
Right.
Like, I feel like.
So you don't think he's gonna say that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And the same way.
Do you think he's gonna step down?
I don't think so either. I think, and I said this many times, and I know a lot of people agree with it. Is it's either, I think they're gonna have to kill him. I think that's the only way that I see that guy leaving that place. That guy and the other people around him.
Sorry to cut you. Is there a lot of people in the country that support him?
I don't know exactly how many, but it's I want to say 15-20% of the country were the votes for him, I believe.
Okay, so then my question now is, what interest does America have that they feel the need to have to go in there and do something if only he has 15% of the country? Why can't this country just overthrow him?
Because right now he controls the only thing that's keeping him safe right now is the fact that he controls and he has the power because he's the government. He has the power of arms. He has the military right behind him. But even the old military, from what was stated from the opposition, they even support the opposition. So it just takes a coup d'etat to happen. Basically,
right.
That's what needs to happen.
Right.
But until that doesn't happen, I believe that the opposition has a slim chance. The only difference, because this, I don't know if you research as far as down as this goes, but throughout the years from 2010, 2013, 2014, 2017, and 18, there was a lot of protests between those years, because 2010, I believe we lost an election. 2014 2013 or 12, Chavez died. Then we lost an election again, I believe. There was a lot of protests going on.
And Chavez was the one that was trying to do the dictatorship.
Chavez,
right?
Chavez started in 1998, and he was the one that basically created this child and
the mentality.
Yeah,
right.
And then he got this guy that he was just a bus driver yesterday, and now he's the president because that was his job before that. He was a bus driver.
Right.
So now this guy literally took that mantra and then that cape of like, oh hey, I'm this guy, you know, and I'm represented by this dude, and so you gotta respect, you know, like that type of a thing. And I was also talking with other people too, from somebody from Chile, I believe. Like I was telling him that Chavez, he was obnoxious and whatever you may say, but this dude was like, when he spoke, he spoke. You know, this guy had knowledge to speak. He backed it up. This guy doesn't back it up. This guy is an idiot. This guy's like literally debating on Twitter with Elon Musk.
The
like,
Biden of Venezuela.
Yeah.
But wanting to be a dictator.
Yeah. But an idiot. He said he compared a street. He compared like something like this to Florida. Like he was like, oh, why are we gonna go to Florida? I don't understand why people go to Florida. To Miami. I don't know. Miami doesn't have anything. We got everything. I believe the interest to what you said of America, I guess, intervening is I don't know if you know this, but back then Venezuela was, to what I believe right now, is Florida, Miami. Miami is basically the epicenter of like not only Latin Americans, but every culture comes in, and
it's the next Cuba.
Yeah, it's
like
everywhere.
the same way Cubans came to Miami is now
exactly,
or
how New York was when a lot of immigrants went in. It's like a lot of people, a lot of like, there's a lot of mobilization, industrialization, or whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of like movement, things are booming and stuff like that. Venezuela was that once. There's a lot of Arabian people, Italians, bro, you name it, Spaniards, bro. There were so many people, so many cultures, different cultures, that everybody is from everywhere. I believe that Venezuela still has that potential to grow and to become that, not power, but to become a center for people. A hub, exactly, right. Because we are in the center. Colombia's right next to us. Mexico is close. Guatemala, Nicaragua, Brazil. We are in the center, literally.
And then the prime export is oil from Venezuela. What would it be?
Oil, petroleum.
Petroleum. Yeah.
So that's another thing too, that they made deals to not sell the petroleum, but they're like, all right, you know, I get this money in advance, but and I'll tax you, or what is it? I'll get this money in advance, and then you get this amount of petroleum, such and such, for this amount of years at this price.
This leads to why America's going to probably help.
Well, you go
to lower our gas prices over here.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll give you the answer. Like, if I go help you, I'm not helping you for free.
But then you start to think like, how much of this, because this has been going on for already 25 years.
Right.
How much of these type of transactions have been going on with Russia
and for people? China. I'm a pro-American. I am American. Like
I'm
not saying I'm just a person that likes to know answers.
There was a protest happening also, I believe it was in New York, that people were saying like, oh, like do not intervene with Venezuela, do not intervene with Palestine, like that. And I understand that, and I get that. Like, I really do not condone anybody for thinking that way at all. You know, I to an extent I understand, but when it comes to that extreme, I believe there's a point to intervene, because if I see, just like how we have a duty, because we're all human beings at the end of the day, apart from being from North America, South America, whatever. We're all literally in the world. So if you see that happening across in a country, obviously right now the reason why we're not actioning, or the reason why nobody's doing anything to help, is because of business. It's literally business. Correct. At the end of the day. So because of business, you're letting people die. Because of business, people are hungry. Because of business, there's 14 years old people, kids, just getting into jail, getting tortured and crap. And there was a lady that she died because she was in a protest. They took her away. She died of a heart attack because she left her she was taking care of her child. Yeah, she died. So it's like things like that. It's like, to what end? Where does this end? You know, if the people can't seem to take care of this and overthrow this government, then
because what it seems like from how this whole description is that whether I don't even want to say whether he wants to or not. It seems like it's falling into a pro-dictatorship mentality of losing all your rights of everything. Right. Everything.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the set standard of presidency in your country? Do they in Venezuela? Do they have like you only are allowed to do this many terms, or
it's I believe it's the same terms as here. I'm not quite sure if I don't remember. I think it's 4 years.
Okay, because he's been president for 6.
Yeah, and the last president was president since 1998.
So they're illegally breaking their own rules by doing
there's rules, and they make their own rules. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So like how they're saying that now they're saying that we're not supposed to show any proof that we won the elections. Years ago they said, here we have the proof we won the elections. It's like show us
if you don't show me proof you won the election, then how do I know if you won the election?
Simple answer. It doesn't connect with with the whole, because I'll understand if we lost, because I remember before I came to Florida when we moved with my family. I remember when we lost that first election, the 2010 election, and we lost. Like,
well, let me go backwards. Their answer of the reason why they're doing presidency longer than their terms is because nobody's winning, and I'm doing this because I'm winning.
Yeah. That's what.
So they're saying I know we're not supposed to do more than 3 terms. I mean 2 terms, but I won. So what do you want me to do about it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Got you.
And the reason why this guy passed the power to this other dude is because he passed away. And as he was passing away, he literally grabbed this dude, made him his vice president, and I can only imagine that they probably molded him to be this persona. And he's like, hey, you got to do this and this and this, and that's it. There's also.
Do you think there's other higher powers?
Yeah, of course.
Than him himself.
Yeah, there's what I was gonna say. One of the dudes that I believe he commands the military. I forgot. I don't even like to give him too much spotlight in my head. He's rumored to be one of the leaders from it's called the Cartel de la Sol, or de las Solas.
Okay, so there's drugs behind this now. Okay.
Which are being funded by Mexico and all those things.
He said Saudi Arabia is in there, so we may have also ISIS in there.
I don't know. There's so many hands in the kitchen
that
I'm like, which is why
he sounds like a puppet.
That's what I'm thinking he is, because he's an idiot. To me, he's an idiot. So I think that what's happening right now, and like I just seen how if this guy was bad in 2010, 12, this guy's just stupid, worse, and everything that's happening right now. I'm pretty sure there's rumors of him that he just stays in like let's call it the White House, right? In Venezuela, that he's staying there getting high or drinking or whatever, and they're saying that his circle is shrinking because they're seeing that a lot of people are realizing like, damn, we kind of lost, so what the hell are we doing? And then probably money is also running out. I don't know if money's running out or not.
I think it's worse to be stupid and evil than smart and evil.
Yeah. I think it's worse to be stupid and
ignorant, or not even stupid, maybe ignorant and evil.
Yeah, ignorant and evil. It could be damaging to people around you and even yourself. You're gonna
because you can be passionate and evil, and not to give Hitler no credit, but he was a smart man that
he believed in his cause,
right? And he was strategic behind everything, not just sitting back saying, "Y'all go ahead, I'll be the face of everything."
Which is what I'm saying. Like this dude that passed
nothing,
away,
no credit to him. We're talking intellectually. Some people may not be smart enough.
The Chavez, which I was saying that he believed.
It was intellectual.
He believed that he was saying. When you talk to that dude, he's like, man, this guy really believes in the passion. This dude is like, this other dude in comparison is like,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. You listen to him, and then it's like, bro, this guy is an idiot, So let's see that.
Let's talk about the ugly part of the country, because and what's going on with the country. Lots of people are getting hurt. Lots of people. Where is this coming from?
This is coming from protests that they're saying that. So the way that this protest went, this one was, I guess, a peaceful protest, because the past ones was not peaceful because the government didn't want it to be peaceful, because they also took, like, they were like on the street and they were like, "Yo, what are you guys doing here? You guys are not supposed to be here. Go away," and whatever.
Right.
With this one, it was peaceful. There was a lot of what they call I want to call it gangs and stuff like that. That are affiliated with the government, shooting people. Shots were being shot at, and like I saw a kid that accidentally got not accidentally, but they probably shot crossfire. He got hit in the neck, died.
Right.
There's people that they were running people over. It was so much shit that it's
no
like,
law,
man, like,
lawless.
Yeah, lawless. Like, you know,
lawless.
fuck you. What you guys doing here and whatever.
Right.
I saw that she was giving a speech, Maria Corina. She was giving a speech with the president elected. Sorry. And they literally got there before, and they were like, "Oh, we need your paperwork for this," because she was on top of like a van or whatever. She's like, "Oh, we need the paperwork for this. It's expired." I was like, "Oh, like, no, it's here. Like, look, it's here. No, we need the paperwork." But it's just like little steps like that. And she also, if when you have a chance, go check it out. A Puerto Rican dude, actually, did an interview with her, like 30 minutes, and she was saying how they made her life impossible. She hasn't been able to leave the country for 7 years, sorry, because they don't want her to leave. She was actually one of the ones that stood up to Chavez and was like, "Bro, you're lying." In national TV, she was like, "You're lying." So she's been at this for a while.
She's number one hit in the country. Probably
she's the one. Yeah. Like, she was saying how she's in the street. She was staying in a hotel. The next day they closed the hotel. That she goes to have coffee in a corner. They close the coffee shop, and they also take to jail the people that stole the coffee. She's taking the street. They close the street. Wow. She has to go around, and the people that helped her around, they take them to jail. Stuff like that. It's like,
she got crazy. Some badass security.
It's like, no, I mean, they're trying to get everybody that's
away from her, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you get with this person, you're fucked. There's also a movie that you guys should watch. It's called Simone. It's in Netflix. Really good. Explains how it's related to what happened between 2014 to 2015, which was the one that I was mentioning, which is the protest before this one. How young guy was leading this protest, because the protests that happened throughout that time were being led by people in the universities, young people that were like, "Man, like, I'm here studying to become this, but then how can I become this if the country's going to shit? You know, I want to be a doctor, but how can I be a doctor if I'm getting paid like, you know, this amount?" You get me? So they led kind of like a rebellion and stuff like that. And this guy, they take you, they torture you, and they make you like basically turn against the government and be like, sign a document saying, "Hey, man, you have no choice but to give in, and represent and say, hey, I was wrong for doing this. You should do the same. Like, you know, stop doing what you're doing." So he ends up going to Miami. All the shots are here, filmed in Miami, actually by Edgewater, downtown, yeah.
So they're slowly turning into a Cuba, basically.
So that's what I feel. And then I have my aunt. She's Cuban. She told a lot of Cubans used to say to Venezuelans, like, "Hey, be careful because it's going the same way." And a lot of people.
Well, it sounds like it.
And a lot of people used to say back then, 2010, 2011, this is okay. It's not gonna happen. My dad was one of them. And
your dad finally doesn't say that no more?
No, my dad is one of those people that he's pro. Like, he wants, like, if once it changes, he wants to go back. Like, he's that one person that.
But he doesn't agree with what's going on now.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like, they're sad about it because, like, I was telling
do you have any family members that agree with the presidency? Or
I have one.
Okay.
I have one that I have talked to.
Right.
It's my mom's, my aunt, my uncle, my aunt.
Because it's the same thing like we live here in America, just not as extreme.
Right. But
you have families that divide from Democrat and Republican.
What doesn't make sense is that, man, if you're okay, let's say that we're here in America, and let's say that for the sake of the context, Trump won, and years go by, and then you go from being able to have milk in your fridge and steak and chicken and whatever, you now only have chicken, and you can barely find milk, and you have your
I was talking to my girl because she's Cuban, but there's Cuban people that still support the way Castro and the country runs.
It's like, how can you think when you're like this, like super skinny, you don't have anything to feed you or your family, you barely have a car, you can barely shop, you still say, "I believe in the revolution"? Because you're
not free.
It's like,
when you're brave. It's like a woman that has been in a domestic violent relationship.
Right, exactly.
But you know, she says, "Oh, you know, he beats me, but he loves me."
Right, and he still loves me. Yeah.
He pays all my bills. You know, and
what's that called? Misery. What was it? Misery Loves Company? Misery Loves Company.
A fucking idiot, but I mean, listen, and I know this is a touchy subject for a lot of people because, you know, we don't get into politics. What are you looking for? Watermelon or watermelon? There you go. You know, politics is a tough subject, rough subject, but you know, it's close to your heart, especially with this being from Venezuela, being Venezuelan. What are the people here and let's not even say Miami. America. Let's say Miami. What are you hearing from people from Miami?
I've seen.
What do you see? What's going on? What are they doing to help this?
Well, from what I've seen is I've seen a lot of people supporting and stuff like that. Me personally, I'm a person that because of like obviously I left and moved out. Like I've always said it. You know, life just seems so distant from where I was at. It's almost like a dream. So I kind of like grew disconnected, and because the years have passed by, people have passed away, people change. I've changed also. You know, growing and everything else, I feel very, 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 like I said, disconnected from family members. You know, there's a few family members that I've seen, and last time I had a family member that I haven't seen like in 7 years, and she visited, and man, like I saw her, spent the day with her, and when I was saying goodbye to her, bro, I literally, I don't know if I'm gonna cry right now, but
it's okay.
I was driving with Gabby, and on my way home, and I just started crying because I'm like, man, like I haven't seen her. I don't know if I'm gonna see her again. Right. So it's like that shit hits home, and that's how you know that you're like that's sensitive within you for more that you want to run away from it. Right. That's your home. So it kind of hurts. As I started seeing all those things, it hurts just to see it. And then Gabby was showing me a video, like I start crying. I'm man, don't show me that shit, bro. Like I'm here, like I'm trying to focus on the music. You showing me this, so it kind of like for me, it has taken my focus from like writing, recording, and everything. Like it's kind of hard to focus now because your phone, you want to be on the phone 24/7, checking news, posting this, posting that. Because as I put into my stories and in my Instagram before, it's like I'm on the outside. The only thing that I can do to help people over there is to post information other people to see and be like, this is happening right now. Like while you're eating, people are getting killed right now. Obviously, like in what's happening overseas and whatever and everything else. I'm not from there. I don't know what's going on, but I do know what's going on here, and I'm gonna let you know what's going on here. So and I've seen a lot of people. I have a friend of mine that he's a coworker of mine that he's also from Venezuela. He's like, man, I can't do this anymore. I can't look at my phone anymore because it's like
of that.
So much shit. You know, and you're on the phone and you scroll, and this one post after another. It's just like, man, like you want to be able to do something, but you're not. So like right now, I haven't texted anybody from are from home that are over there because I don't know how touchy the things are. Because
like, possibly you don't want to get them in trouble.
Yeah, because if they I don't want them to be like, oh, they're walking and they're like, oh, hey, this guy texted you from this place saying whatever, and then they get in trouble. So I just don't want to say anything. I do know that they're safe. I do know that they're staying away. And that's all that I can ask for. I told him, like, hey, I think like 2 weeks ago I texted him, like, if you need anything, let me know. You know, if you need money, let me know. I can send you because $10 over there is like, you know, $100, which comes out to say like we don't usually appreciate the things that we got.
Wow, so you can send a good $50 and they'll be happy with it.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So. Does it make you sound sorry to sound cliche? Does it make you proud to be American and live in America? Seeing this. Not to sound greedy.
No, not to sound greedy. That's not greedy, but
because it's like kind of a rub to their face, like, yeah, I'm American and I'm happy I'm not there.
No, but I'm actually, you know, I've gotten into that. I had a friend of mine that passed away in 2018. One of my best friends. He passed away to cancer, and then I remember that when they told me the news that he had cancer, I prayed many nights for him to get better, and for me to get the cancer because I didn't want nothing to happen to him. And then when I learned that he passed away, it just hit me because I'm like, man, like I'm never gonna see this person again. It's kind of like surreal because they tell you, hey, this person passed away, and you're like, oh, okay. And then the next day you're like, shit, this guy passed away.
Never gonna see him.
You didn't process that, so if you feel guilty in some sense because you're here and you're living the life.
Survivor's guilt.
That's what I feel because sometimes I wish I could be there. Sometimes I wish I could have the option of going back and forth and then visiting people that, you know, I wish, you know. So I guess it's not a greed to say, yeah, I'm proud. I'm grateful guilt. Every day that my family is safe. Everybody is safe that I know in my circle right now in my life. But bro, you know, sometimes I wish nothing of this. Sometimes in some side of me thinks like, man, what if nothing of this would have happened and I would have been able to be over there and do something, help, you know, because I feel useless. Because obviously I imagine that's how everybody feels right now that is from over there. I feel useless. So
I'm Puerto Rican. I don't speak Spanish. and Puerto Rico is a Commonwealth of America, so we're born with citizenship. But I don't know too much about my Hispanic culture, so I'm more American. I know I may sound a little ignorant, but I feel knowing people like you that know these things and knowing people from other countries, I feel that it makes me be proud to be more American and fight for the rights of America, so we don't have to fall into these kind of things.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people that, you know, because there's a stigma of people that come to this country that they're immigrants, they're this, they're that, they're non-patriotic. And I think if you're an American and if you're, I want to call it a hybrid American, where you're an American but you come from another country and you know what your country comes from, right, you should be supporting America more to ensure, not saying fuck your country, but supporting America's rights.
So it doesn't go through what?
So it doesn't go through what? So if you are trying to vote, and I'm not here to say I'm a Republican or a Democrat, because I'm not any, but I think if you should, this should push you to do more homework on what's going on in your city, your county, and your state, and then your country, to find out all the flaws and all the ways you see your country, how it's getting fucked up or is fucked up.
You'll see similarities.
And prevent it.
Yeah.
Prevent it from occurring. Listening to people's messages, listening to leaders' messages, and saying, okay, I know that this person that's running for this is trying to do what they're doing. Just a hint of that. Nah, we ain't fucking want that. You know what I'm saying? I think it should educate people more on how to follow politics versus following somebody because Megan Thee Stallion's twerking on the stage, or Hulk Hogan's ripping his shirt open on the stage, you know? Because, because honestly, it sounds funny and crazy, but similarities to your country, where people are slowly getting brainwashed and getting forced to lose more and more rights. We're getting brainwashed because of pop culture or culture itself, and we're now looking at voting as trends and
it's like a celebrity.
It's a celebrity competition. But what people are not understanding is, while you're following the trends and the celebrityness, you're changing the rights of how you live.
Yeah,
literally. So you're voting for somebody because they're hanging out with your favorite rapper, but little do you know that the person that you're voting for is cutting
ties with.
Cutting your minimum wage or your high wage, or saying, well, you're gonna get $15 in the next 5 years, but in the next 10 years your wage ain't rising. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's stupid, but people don't see that, which is what I'm saying. Like how they try to prevent it. They try to warn us for that thing that was gonna happen to us, and it happened. It's like, I think right now our problem is, I guess, here is that, how you said it, we're looking right now. It went from being a presidential run,
proper presidential run.
Right now, it's not that; it's a celebrity run.
It's a celebrity run. No, that's why I say proper. It's because you do have, and I don't want to get deep into it, because if I get deep into the American culture, people are they're gonna hate me because there's a time and place for everything. Or you're younger than me, so your generation is. I shouldn't have to shave to go to a job interview. This is who I am. It's like, no, like, fuck how you feel. You need to be presentable. So it's the same thing with like politics and
I had to give you that something funny. One time I went to an interview at Ford to be a service advisor, and I went in jeans. What jeans to me is formal, but mostly informal.
Definitely not for an interview.
Yeah.
In my
shoes,
opinion.
Yeah, good shoes, formal shoes, watch, long sleeve, up to here, my glasses, well shaved. Went in, it's like, hey, how you doing? It's like, man, let me tell you, you're the first person I see that is as sharp as I would like him.
Right.
I had a guy right here that just came in, shorts, flip flops.
I'm a manager, Matic. I'm a manager. I have 50 employees under me. I do interviews 3 weeks out of the month. I have people that come in tank tops, gym shorts, and Crocs for an interview, and will ask me, why am I not interviewing them? I'm old school. I'm not gonna say what company I work for because I don't want HR to cut. But I say you need to come properly dressed for an interview. I'm not.
How can you think? Which is what I'm saying. Like,
no, it's normal. It's normal. I'm telling you, it's normal. Like it's not even 1 out of. It's literally maybe 5 out of 6. I mean 5 out of 10.
My God.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, for sure. It's just. But
yeah,
we're gonna go way too far. So after all this stuff that's going on in your country in Venezuela, it made you make a song. It made you.
Yeah. So I made this song because a few people gave me the thought of, hey man, you should do a song about it. You should do a song about it. And then somebody that same day I recorded a song is like, man, you should do a song. I'm like, look, listen, I'm doing it. All right, relax. So I don't know. It hit home making the song. I know that probably a lot of people that when I put something in Spanish at the end, a lot of people that I know of will listen to the song and they'll probably be like, because the only reason that I didn't, I guess, felt driven to go ahead and do it is because I didn't want to seem, I don't want to call it mainstream, but I didn't want to be like, okay, you know, this is what's getting hot, let me go ahead and
you're milking the situation.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. And you know, if I'm gonna rap about or talk about my where I'm from and whatever, I'll do it in my own way, in my own process, little by little. I'm not about that. But you know, making it, I made it. I didn't want to make it like something like, hey, we're fighting for our freedom or whatever. I made it something more personal, more emotional. I put at the end, and I'll translate it for you because I know it's in Spanish. But I did that. It's gonna drop. It should drop on Thursday. It's 2 versions. One version is with a beat made by Frank Saint Sicko. Shout out to him. And then the other one's made by a producer, engineer, and singer, because he also sings. His name is Panasuyo. That he's from Venezuela. He won a Grammy with Calle 13.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he's a friend of Gabby's. Is that? And he's been around. He's super cool, man.
Dope as fuck. Dope as fuck.
He did a track with me, but he heard it. And he's like, send it to me. I'll do it for free. Send it to me.
Wow.
So he did it.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, thank you. He changed. He didn't like. Not that he didn't like the drums. He's like, man, I didn't feel like the instrumental.
He wanted to do his part.
Yeah, let me do my own part. And I just put 2, and then I put like one made by Saint Sicko and the other one made by him. So you'll hear it. I'll play. If anything, I'll try to play both versions of it.
Dope. And for the record, I don't want people to think that to W. I want to make sure that if you're just tuning in, that Matic is not doing this for the wave, because since I've met Matic, we have been talking about Venezuela. I think in almost every one of our. So you know, if you're just watching this, go back and watch all our Matic Monday episodes and see for yourself that Venezuela is dear to his heart, and you know.
Yeah, it's hard to. I heard somebody say that you can run away from it, but it will always be in you. So it's like, you know, if you're Puerto Rican, if something, God forbid, something was to happen in Puerto Rico right now, you see it, you'd be like, damn, that kind of hits. You know?
I think Bronx.
Yeah, but regardless, but that's where you're from.
Shout out to Puerto Rico.
That's your home. That's your home. You get me? So it'll still hit. It'll feel like, man, like, what can I do to help? You know, type of thing. So I don't know. Right.
You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _, Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show, the Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibe, man.
A 1,700 miles away, I'm still counting. As I live another day, the distance grows out me. Acting like nothing is happening and nothing faced me. A man told me once, even Clark Kent crossed lately. Evil is surpassing happiness throughout the race. I watch the news and I'm filled with sadness and some rage. Seeing blood splatter running through the streets, like as water falling from the sky doesn't seem to cease. Viewing politicians shooting and killing my land. They torturing, extorting till we break like rubber bands. Greed and money be the main ingredients in the brain. brains. Funny how they talk about peace when they just live with pain. I'm a young immigrant, I was born and raised around one of the most beautiful places known to man. Remember it vividly, but sadly has faded away. It's been 9 years, but it feels like it was yesterday. Tears bloated as I see the oppression. My dear God, you may forgive it, cause I will just decapitate them. Kids are starving. Tell me how I'm supposed to live my life without having that on my conscience. 7 million human beings, the biggest exodus and crisis that the Americans ever seen. As the seconds go by, projectors are being injected, hitting arteries, murdering, piercing epidermis. When tyranny is law, revolution's order. You know how much damage has been made to our fucking culture. This is the brother of fear and despair. Have you ever got the news like a relative just passed away? You can't see him, all you can do is sit and try to grieve him. Well, look how much you changed, didn't even feel the loss, cause now you have moved away, cause you know that you've been gone and you'll never be the same. One thing for sure, we need to change.
The growing crisis in Venezuela.
He crecido y he vivido cosas las cuales nunca pensé que me pasarían.
Re-election of President Nicolás Maduro.
Me cuentan historias de cómo antes la vida era tan bonita, cuando las posibilidades de poder vivir y permanecer en donde naciste no estaban lejanas. Así como esos familiares que ahora lloras cuando los llamas. Ha pasado una década desde que pude estar en familia. Me siento diferente porque lamentablemente es irreconocible que me ha cambiado la vida. Aunque sí tengo personas cercanas alrededor de mí, siento que mi cuerpo y corazón no tienen una casa donde ellos dos puedan ser felices. He perdido abuelos, relativos e inclusive amigos. Algunos se los ha llevado la vida y otros simplemente distantes. Soy afortunado al estar vivo, pero siento así, digo, que hubiese sido esa persona si nada hubiese pasado, si todo estuviera estable, normal y nada fuera complicado. De repente sonrío porque puede ser que él mismo esté feliz, ya que ese capaz tuvo la dicha de tener su gente cerca y estar ahí, y no tener que irse y ver a sus padres y a todo alrededor sufrir.
El fiscal general de Venezuela niega que existan órdenes de arresto contra los dirigentes opositores, pero avisa de que...
So, firstly, I heard this track already. You sent it to me. Deep track. He says not getting released yet.
Should be releasing on Thursday. Should be.
Big Pun did a song. I don't know the name of the song, but at the end of the song, there was somebody Spanish saying something, and then he was saying it softly and saying the same thing that they were saying in English. So try that out on your track when you're saying that, because there's enough time for you to say it in English.
Okay, like translate it.
Right. So if you could say like God forgive me, if you're saying God forgive me in Spanish, but with your strong voice, and then you're just like saying it maybe more sort of like God forgive me, please, whatever you want me to go through, and then you're saying it the way you're saying it with that soft, hard tone, and then saying whatever I do, please forgive me and love my kids, and then what you're just try it. See how it sounds. Let me know.
I'll try it.
But dope track. If there's not enough time for that, that's okay. Because you could do it on another track.
No, I mean, I could probably not take it down, but I can re-upload the MP3.
Right.
So.
And listen, I'm not.
No, you're good. It's ideas.
Yeah. Let's play the second one. The one that do you have it? Can we play that one?
Yeah.
Or let's play that one, and then we'll decipher and break it down a little bit more.
1,700 miles away, I'm still counting. As I live another day, the distance grows out me. Acting like nothing is happening and nothing faced me. A man told me once, even Clark Kent crossed lately. Evil is surpassing happiness throughout the race.
No, you're good.
And nothing faced me. A man told me once, even Clark Kent crossed lately. Evil is surpassing happiness throughout the race. I watch the news and I'm filled with sadness and some rage. Seeing blood splatter running through the streets like it's water falling from the sky doesn't seem to cease. You and politicians shooting and killing my land. They're torturing, extorting till we break like rubber bands. Greed and money be the main ingredients in the brains. Funny how they talk about peace when they just live for pain. I'm a young immigrant, I was born and raised around one of the most beautiful places known to man. Remember it vividly, but sadly has faded away. It's been 9 years, but it feels like it was yesterday. Tears loaded as I see the oppression. My dear God, you may forgive it, cause I was just decapitated. Kids are starving. Tell me how I'm supposed to live my life without having that run my conscience. 7 million human beings, the biggest exodus and crisis that the Americans ever seen. As the seconds go by, projectors are being ejected, hitting arteries, murdering, piercing epidermis. When tyranny is law, revolution's order. You know how much damage has been made to our fucking culture. This is the brother of fear and despair. Have you ever got the news like a relative just passed away? You can't see him. All you can do is sit down, try to grieve him. But look how much you changed, didn't even feel the loss. Cause now you have moved away, cause you know that you've been gone and you'll never be the same. One thing for sure, we need a change. We need a change. One thing for sure, we need a change. We need a change. Me cuentan historias de cómo antes la vida era tan bonita, cuando las posibilidades de poder vivir y permanecer en donde naciste no estaban lejanas. Así como esos familiares que ahora lloras cuando los llamas. Ha pasado una década desde que pude estar en familia. Me siento diferente porque lamentablemente es irreconocible que me ha cambiado la vida. Aunque sí tengo personas cercanas alrededor de mí, siento que mi cuerpo y corazón no tienen una casa donde ellos dos puedan ser felices. He perdido abuelos, relativos e inclusive amigos. Algunos se los ha llevado la vida y otros simplemente distantes. Soy afortunado de estar vivo, pero siento así y digo que hubiese sido esa persona si nada hubiese pasado, si todo estuviera estable, normal y nada fuera complicado. De repente sonrío porque puede ser que él mismo esté feliz, ya que ese capaz tuvo la dicha de tener su gente cerca y estar ahí, y no tener que irse y ver a sus padres y a todos alrededor sufrir. One thing for sure, we need a change.
Let me give you my two breakdowns real quick. So, Sickos, and I'm a Sicko fan. Sickos is more personal. This one is more revolutionary.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. That's what I was saying, because he that's why he told me that. Like, he's like, I feel like this one may sound more, more.
It's actually, it's revolutionary.
Yeah, that's why he did that for. And then he also wanted to have the "we need to change" as the chorus. Right. So he told me, like, man, I want you to do it again, or if not, I'll just loop it. We need to change, because that should be like going, because that's the hook. That's what you got. We need to change. Right. So that's why I'm putting both versions, because I like both versions. I think.
No, Sickos is personal. Sickos is your. I think Sickos matched what you wanted originally, for sure. This one is the more revolutionary, where it's gonna, I guess, sound more impactful.
Right. Yeah.
So
I see what you're saying.
Personal, impactful.
Yeah, you have both.
Yeah, you have both.
You want. Yeah. So.
Don't trap though. Don't trap.
Yeah.
Are you on the fence with both of them, or are you happy with both of them?
I'm happy with both of them. Last time Panasuyo, he did one that I was kind of like I gave him the project and he just flipped it around, and I was like, man, I don't know.
You're scared of it. I know.
It's like,
it scared you.
Yeah. Gabby's dad said, like, I like it. It's something different. I've never heard this from you, because obviously it's like my vocal, and then everything else in it is like changed. Different. So I'm like, whoa, I didn't give you this. Like, what the fuck you doing? I
like it. I want to hear that.
I'll show you. But I don't know. I was like, with this one specifically, I was like, man, 100%. I like it. I'm gonna put it on.
It's a mix. It's a mix. It's a mix.
Do it. You did it. I'll give him. Obviously, I have to put his royalties or whatever. I'm like, man, like, this is gonna be a collaboration. You went ahead, you listened to the song, you liked it, you did your own thing.
It came out dope. Okay, and I'm a Sicko fan. I really like when you work with Sicko. I think he caters to you very well. Mm-hmm. I think he can match everything that he listens to you, and he caters to that.
He can match it.
He can match it too. And not to say that this one doesn't, but this one can make what I think this one can make what you're trying to say louder.
Right, yeah.
Louder.
It's more impactful. Like, this is emotional. It's kind of like what I want to say 40% of people may go and sit down to it. but this one is going to be more impactful for the greater percentage of people may just play it and be like, damn, what is it?
Let me break it down. So, Sickles when Matic does an interview with somebody else. This one's when Matic does an interview with Litty Willie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's getting out there.
Yeah,
we putting all.
Yeah. Just like
you're gonna make sure you hear about us.
Just like the Amari one, bro. The Amari
Oh yeah. Oh no, we
can't talk.
Yeah,
can't talk about
that's
sorry.
That's gonna be it.
Yeah.
So I usually save personal for last, but I'm gonna save topics of the week for last, and I'm gonna go personal today. So, what is trust to you? What is your definition of trust?
Trust.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say loyalty.
Loyalty.
That's trust to me. Loyalty. Because I believe that I'm a very loyal person. So not to say that obviously everybody makes mistakes, and you should be held accountable for your mistakes. But I feel like loyalty for me is like if you know that you effed up, something like that, I need you to show me with your actions. Actions. That's another thing too. So loyalty and actions. I think to me that's trust.
Okay, I think loyalty and trust will be on the same spectrum. So, are there different levels when it comes to the trust and loyalty, or because what you're talking about? Mm-hmm. And can you be friends with somebody that you don't trust, or that's not loyal to you, or do you believe it's just levels of it?
It could be levels. I heard DMX say, "Rest in peace." He said one time, "You gotta trust that a snake is a snake. You gotta trust that a rat is a rat. You gotta trust that tiger's a tiger." So I don't know. Yeah, I guess you gotta trust the nature of everybody else's, of every individual that you may know. If you know that this individual's like that, because some people change. It's possible to change, but I also understand that some people do not change. But if you know that this is the nature of this person, that you know that, for example, they're an alcoholic, and they don't seem that they're going to change, you got to trust that they're alcoholics. Mm-hmm. So if they do something regarding an issue that started with alcohol, why are you blaming them? It's kind of like your fault because you put them in that position, type of thing. I don't know. I feel like that.
That's
deep.
So
I don't know. I feel like that.
That's deep. So I can say that you're over optimistic, where you can accept everybody for who they are, but at the same time you can choose not to be with or deal with somebody of what they are.
Yeah, because you got to be able to see that, because at the end of the day you're gonna be mad at that person when in reality you're the one making the choice to be hanging around that person. If you know somebody is like, with the whole connecting it to the Defiant Ones, the Dr. Dre documentary with Jimmy Iovine, he was saying that when he got out of death row, one of the reasons that he got out is because he was seeing a lot of beatings and stuff like that in the studio. He's like, man, like I'm not about that, like this is not me. So he just got out. He's like, I don't want any of it, and he had ownership of the record label. He's like, I don't want anything. Just get me out.
Right.
Like, I want to leave. And then I don't know how much time later Tupac dies and shit like that. And all that crap. Right. You got to be able to see the environment that you're in. I also heard somebody say like Michael Jordan doesn't walk around to his old neighborhood and like that with his flashy watches and all that, because that's not an environment. That's the environment that you came from, but it's not for you to go back and be all flashy about, because you're putting yourself in that environment. If something happens to you, you can't blame that person for trying to rob you or shoot you. That person is being what they are supposed to be or whatever at that exact moment. You're the one putting yourself in that position. It's your fault. Don't put yourself in positions that that are not good for you, or don't put yourself in a room with people. Don't put yourself in a room with wolves and blame them for them trying to eat you and stuff. It's like, man, they're wolves. That's what they're supposed to do.
So you choose who and what you want to be around and why you want to be around.
Yeah, you gotta choose.
And you can't complain the outcome of whatever comes out of it negatively.
That's what I think. Right. Yeah, because you choose. You lay on the sword. If you want to choose that, choose that. If you want to go ahead and do that, if you want to hang around those people, then go ahead and do so. I feel like 6ix9ine could have been a totally different person if he would have hanged out around different people.
Right.
Same thing with 50 Cent.
Right.
Could have been a whole different person.
I respect that. That. I like that mentality. Yeah, for sure. Where do you stand with patience? Do you consider yourself a patient person or an impatient person?
I've been told I'm patient. I've been told that I have a lot of patience with certain things. but I am I can say I'm patient with everything except with myself. I'm impatient with myself.
So you answered my next question, which is, what is something that you can honestly say you have no patience with?
Writing. I have no patience with writing. I have no patience. I'm like, I have to finish this. I have no patience. Or recording. No patience. Like, when I'm recording, all you hear is, fuck, shit.
You should keep some of those.
Yeah, I know.
You should save them, because it may be something you could use on a track.
My girl's dad comes in home, and he's like, hey, I'm here. He's like, fuck. It's like, all you hear is, fuck, shit. It's like, you okay? I'm like, fuck. Can't get this take. Like, how much time have you been here? 3 hours. Fuck. It's like, you know, those things. So it's like, you know, I'm impatient with myself recording or writing, because it's like.
Are you allowed to say his name?
Gustavo.
Okay.
Gustavo.
So, how much does he help you with everything in general?
I mean, to me, it's just.
Shout out to Gustavo.
Yeah, bro.
But how much does he help you?
I think he does help. He helps me by just letting me be. Like, there's times that he comes home and he's like, he's getting home from work, and I'm in his room recording, because that's where the studio is at. Right. And he's like, bro, don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. I'm just coming in. Obviously, I have to worry about him, because he's coming in and out. Right. And he's in the bathroom and stuff. He's like, bro, don't worry about it. I gotta take a shower. I gotta leave. Don't worry about it. He just lets me be. So I guess that's, to me, that's the most precious thing, because he knows that I'm in the zone. Like, you don't bother me in the zone. As I know that when he gets in the zone, I can't bother him. Right. Like, sometimes he's in the room and I'm knocking and I hear music and I'm like, no, I can't bother.
You should bring him on for a show one day.
I'll bring him. He's told me, like, man, I don't want to go, because he's seen me. But he's like, I'm gonna tell him.
Tell him, yeah, come on, for sure. Because I think that in another world, if he wasn't your father-in-law, he would have been a good friend of you. I think so. Like, in another universe.
Yeah, he probably will. Because we're both Leo. We're very similar. Like, very. Ideologies. Right. We're very similar.
Well, and just the way you speak of him, you know, he supports you and he sees you and you have a lot in common. But it's just he sounds like a dope person.
Man, he is. He's very what's that called? He's an introvert. Very, very introvert.
Oh, so that's why you don't want to go on camera.
Yeah, he's very, like, you know, kept to myself. Saturdays and Sundays I'm off. I like to stay home.
Come on, Gustavo, come on,
He's gonna come by.
Give you some high noons, you'll be alright. Drink 4 before you come on. Do you think love is necessary for people to function, or is it more empathy?
Love is necessary for people to function?
Do you think love is necessary for people to function, or do you believe it's more empathy that we need to function?
I think empathy. I don't think love is necessary for you to function. I think love is an addition.
Because love is in the Bible a lot. Love is preached a lot. But I think that the word love is a very big bubble. Right. But I think when it comes, in my opinion, to functioning, I think it would be more empathy than love.
Especially right now. Personally, right now, and where I'm at, I think empathy, where we are, I think empathy is something that we need to function to have as a human being to function. And we will function way better if we're empathy. It's like opening the door for somebody. Empathetic, man. You know, feeling really, you know, like I saw a post of I think somebody was speaking in a Comic-Con and talking to an actor, and they said, like, hey, I'm here. I love your show. I just got diagnosed with breast cancer or something like that. It's like, man, the guy literally got down and gave her a hug. That's empathetic. You know what I mean? Like, people probably won't do that. You know, you see everybody in the street asking for money and like, man, how, like, you're good, you're okay here. I don't have much. Here it is. Like, what you need? What's up? You know what I mean? Like, things like that, you know. The other day I was driving from the studio, getting home. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, and I saw somebody pushing their car.
You just got
around. I got out and I was like, go help him, because everybody's hunking at him, but nobody stopped.
This guy got a dead body in his trunk.
I don't know anything about him, but I'm like, yo, like, I've been in that spot before. Right. Nobody has helped me before. I hate that, because you're pushing a fucking car in the middle of the street at 1 a.m. in the morning. People are hunking at you. It's like, man, bro, thank you. Nobody's helping me. People are spit at me and stuff like that. It's like, bro, are you serious? It's like, to me, that's like, people don't have much empathy of it for enough reasons, because today's world has taught us that if you have empathy, that may be a weakness at the end of the day.
I think so. Because I asked you this because I was sitting back and I sit back and I randomly think, Matic, a lot. And that's why I hate to. You can ask my girl. I'm like, I'm always doing something. I'm never not doing something. So I hate to not be doing nothing because I think too much, and a lot of my thoughts are, I don't want to say crazy, but just they're negative. Not negative,
Right.
but they're open to a lot of objection.
Okay.
My thoughts. So, and I was thinking about the word love, and I think that I said the word love is kind of like Old Testament. I think like the definition of love is very judgy, and it's very old. It gives me an Old Testament vibe where it's like it's something that really doesn't exist, but it does. But if it's like if you're a super kind of perfect person, but I think empathy has that more realistic feeling where somebody could fuck up with you, or somebody could be doing like a murderer.
Okay.
You could know somebody's a murderer. He murdered somebody cold-blooded. You know it. He got out of jail, and he's sitting on the corner. You sit and you speak with him, and he just at the whole story he tells you, "I'm not asking for nothing but $2 for you to buy me a sandwich." You're not gonna love him.
No.
But you'll feel empathy for him, and you give him $2 to buy him a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, and
love is that one thing where to love somebody, I believe, where going back to murder, somebody murdered your sister.
Maybe too limited. Love may be too limited. Exactly.
Somebody murder your sister, and you tell the judge, because I was watching this on TV before the judge puts that person away for the rest of your life. You tell him, let's say your sister's boyfriend. They had a rage, they had something, and your sister's boyfriend kills her. But you knew him before he killed her. And you knew that something went bad in his life where he snapped and he killed her. But you told that judge, I want to hug him before you put him away for the rest of his life. I think that's love. I don't think that's empathy.
No, I think that's love.
I think that's love. And it takes
a lot. A lot.
It's like Old Testament biblical feeling to go and say, no matter what I did. So I think that we're not understanding the difference as our culture, as our time now, the difference between empathy and love. And I do think as human beings, not being in a biblical sense, I think empathy is stronger, because if we all had more empathy, it would lead to us being closer to love.
I think so. Yeah, you're right.
But lacking empathy has a feature where you're never gonna know what love is if you don't have empathy.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a two-step process. They go hand in hand together.
Right. Because if you don't lack empathy for me, you can't say you love me. Because if you don't understand why I'm doing something fucked up, then you can't even say you love me.
No.
You gotta understand why I'm doing it, and then saying, Willie, you did A, B, C, and D, and that shit's stupid as fuck, bro. You need to work on A, B, C, D, and F, but I feel you, bro, and let's try to figure out a way to do this. I don't fuck with you yet. I don't like that shit that you did, but
be empathetic.
I gotta be empathetic with you because I'm a human being, and I know that maybe you did A, B, C, D, and F for that. So I think love is too much of a high standard for us to understand.
And not even a high standard, but like I said before, love has too many limitations around it. And I feel like empathy, it's more that it's that cloud that it can be. It's for everybody. It's for the children, like Wu-Tang.
Oh, for sure, because you love your kids.
Exactly.
That no matter what, like
you love your
kids.
Empathetic,
but your kids could do anything.
I was seeing Your Honor, recommended by Jay. Shout out to Jay. He said that the story is that basically a jury, he's a judge, and his kid is driving and he's having an asthma attack.
You watched that? Yeah,
you watched it?
Yeah,
he's having an asthma attack, and then he's trying to reach for his inhaler because he's literally having an asthma attack, and as he reaches, he kind of like
kill somebody.
Yeah, kill somebody because as they're coming on a motorcycle.
I didn't watch it, but
and it's
slept
like,
and listened to what you watching.
How do you? If love is like, man, we gotta go to the police, but then you're sentencing your kid to death.
That's love. That's not empathy.
That's love.
Right.
But then it's empathetic if he was to go to the juror and show empathy. The jury has to show empathy for this guy. Is like, man, you kill somebody.
Right.
But then at the same time, I don't love you. You kill somebody. You fucked up. But it's like you were about to die too because you're having an asthma attack. You're about to die. So that I think that love is like too limited. As a love, you can love somebody, you can hate somebody. It's like one or the other. But empathy is like you don't know this person from hole in the wall. And it's like, man, they're crying on the street.
Well, no, and you know, I don't go against you much, but I think love is when you don't hate somebody. I think empathy is you're able to hate somebody, but you're understanding.
Still surpass that,
right? Because when you love somebody, you don't hate them.
Exactly. Okay.
You don't hate them.
Yeah.
When you're empathetic with somebody, you can hate them, but you can understand what they're doing. So
it's
vice versa.
You may hate your brother, but you're in the same household and he's dying of hunger. You go ahead and you go get some food for both of you guys. You're right. Like, yo. I
hate the shit my brother may do, but at the same time, I'm gonna love him, and no matter what he does,
he's still your brother.
I will be there for him. Empathy. Yeah. So I think empathy, you're able to hate something or something somebody did or something, or hate somebody, but I think love is that it's that ultimate just passion that like I say, I connect it to biblical. I believe that love is just. I think that's why that word in the Bible is thrown away
a lot,
so much, because it's divine. It's so.
Yeah, it's something that you reach. I guess it's something that you can reach at certain points in your life. But empathy is the one that you're supposed to have throughout your whole life. Right.
This is deep, bro.
That is deep, yeah.
That's a deep question, right? That's why I told you. I think, and my fucking brain goes crazy, and I start going deep into these questions. Next track, what we got going for us?
You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _ Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's a Litty show. The Litty show.
You know the fucking vibe, man.
Track Docious.
Shout out to Docious.
Beat made by Saint Sicko. So
shout out to Sicko. We gotta get Sicko on here too.
Yeah, I've been telling him.
Bring him.
So this is not mixed. This is demo.
Raw form.
I'm gonna put it out.
Let's get it
As soon as possible.
Name a track.
It's called The Lights.
Lights.
So far. The Lights.
The Lights.
Name may change, but The Lights.
So far. Shout out to Doses.
Yeah. We woke up like the world's on fire. You all getting fucked, you no longer a virgin. Fucking apology, cause a big belly don't mean I gotta be the bigger person. Alternate universe, I really can't say you'll find a different version of me giving a fuck when I was sipping it up. Pour me a cup of detergent, trying to get clean from the lyrical disease. It ain't COVID or an STD. I just take life from everything that breathes. I just take life from everything that breathes. Do it ease, they're begging me please, but I don't respond cause it ain't the safe word. I let her come first and I take third, like Spurs versus the Lakers. Glock loaded, I feel safer, but when I cop rolling, it's the opposite. Cause a blue life matter more than my black life. When they pissed off like a urologist, I'm a law-abiding citizen, yeah. Guilty to proven innocent, yeah. Deep fried pork with a fork. If pigs fly, swine, set them dead. This venom is red. You can smell the ashes. Can you see Martin's vision through Huey's eyes with Malcolm's glasses? And we dance like cashes, hold hands with the pastors, and we pray for plenty cash. More money, more problems. Shit, I wish I had rich nigga problems then. Turn the lights down low.
And you realize sometimes you don't choose music, cause music chooses you. Yeah. Going into the beat, I'll be crossing the T's, I'll be making the heat, I'll be feeling like I belong in a bakery with the shit that I bring, be like Gordon Ramsay in Hell's Kitchen. Daredevil ain't got shit on me, evil to the point that I make him bleed. Smile in the face of adversity. Went to hell, they told me please go leaving. Coast to coast I flow, Pirates of Caribbeans but I hold honor like a samurai from Tokyo. I'm Wolverine when it comes to being the next man in this bitch. Cerebral bigger than Texas like systems. The beginning of time, I'll be fond of the one. The older I get, I'll be smooth like whiskey on rocks. And I'm in pursuit cause I'ma go and do what they say I wouldn't get to do. And tell me how impossible was this. Learn a language in a year and be rapping like fuck along, cause tomorrow's just another joke. The present is the only thing you own. Take advantage of, just be gone.
I told y'all, I'm the new
wait for nothing, we just go and take it. They keep complaining while we just go ahead and make it. I'm at the crossroads, with my eyes closed, deciding where is that may or may not go. Seen a lot of people out there, they selling souls. A lot of transactions in exchange for money, fame can go and get you killed. Bitches, strippers will make you feel like the king of castle made of sand. Go ahead and make a legacy, read the Bible, Quran, the Torah. Get yourself some knowledge, not some drinks to blow your conscience. Get yourself closer to God with passion. You got it right there in your centers. I see that's been there since the moment you were born. Since the moment you were born. The moment you were born, go ahead and check it out for your own.
I think that third part.
That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. I want that part where he says, "This."
Sorry, guys, you don't get a full.
Yeah.
We're just.
No,
it's the rough draft.
I'm gonna change it up. Yeah, because I want. He hasn't sent me the vocals yet. Whenever he does, because I know he's been busy.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. He says this venom is rare. Can you see whatever with Malcolm's glasses? Huey, something like that. That whole part, I want to cut it, and then I go into my verse, and then I want to put that on the last part of the verse, and to have it like we're going back and forth
with it. Yeah,
that's
what
I want. Yeah.
I got one more person that I want you to do a track with, and it's gonna be completely out of your lane, but in your lane at the same time, because he does the same soul music as you when it comes from, but it's from soul street music. Shout out to OGBBE. I'm gonna say this on this camera now.
I have to get
it. But he's soul street. And when you hear him, you're gonna be like, "You're crazy." OGBBE. You're gonna say, "You're crazy," but that's gonna sound great.
OGBE.
OGBBE. No, BB like OG. No, OG. The word. Yeah. O.
Fuck.
The letter O. B space. BBE. B-B-E. Just like that.
Okay.
Very lyrical, has a very distinctive voice. He enunciates his words very well like you. But it's very street driven, but I'm gonna hit him up. Like, I'm tagging him on this right now, but
yeah, hell yeah.
But definitely I think that's gonna be another good hit. I'm gonna do my Khaled shit where I'm gonna get like people from one side and the other side, and it's gonna sound amazing.
I'm gonna follow him right now.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to OGBB. Let's get into it. Facts of the week. Isaac Hayes. You know Isaac Hayes, right? The singer. This song. He's an old R&B, old 70s. Isaac Hayes. He made the song Shaft. Who's made Shaft?
Okay.
Him.
I've heard that song.
He made a lot of people had a lot of kids from his music, like that. Anyway, he's suing Donald Trump for using his "Hold On, I'm Coming" at the rallies. He's suing Donald Trump, the whole thing, because that song that Donald Trump be using, so.
I mean, bro, I don't think he's gonna win, bro. I mean, you know what? He may win.
We don't know in America.
Yeah, anything is possible.
We don't know in America,
especially with Donald Trump.
We don't know in America. I can tell you, and my girl always says this, and I kind of agree with her, not to be sexist. The world's not ready for a woman president.
I don't think so. I don't think so either.
I'm not being sexist, for the record. And my girl says it. So if y'all want to come at me, go to Negra Linda Instagram or Martis Lambert. Go get her because she says that. But
no, I don't think so.
I don't think the world's.
I think that's gonna be. I think it's gonna.
Especially not a girl that has Megan Thee Stallion twerking.
It's gonna last probably like I want to say 3 months. I'll go with 3 months. I'll give it 3 months.
It's not gonna happen.
And then before somebody wants to kill him.
Sorry, baby, we're back in politics. The Weeknd becomes the biggest hit maker of this decade so far, according to Billboard, beating Bad Bunny and Taylor Swift.
Damn, I didn't see that.
Yeah, shout out to The Weeknd. Shout out to Abel. That's my guy.
Yeah, I could listen to The Weeknd the whole day.
Abel's
Bad Bunny, I think I'll get tired of it. I can listen to Bad Bunny. Not gonna lie. I've grown.
Abel's the closest thing to Michael Jackson. I don't care what Chris Brown fans have to say. Chris Brown fans always want to say it's...
Nah, not even Chris Brown. I'll put Bruno Mars close to that bar.
Matic. This is the first time I disagree with you.
Bro, no. Not, hey, whoa.
I would say Chris Brown is way over Bruno Mars.
Yeah, well, yes. Chill. Hold on.
The only thing Breezy got over the weekend is Breezy knows how to dance better than the weekend.
No, and Breezy knows how to. Breezy raps.
Yeah, shout out to Breezy, but
Chris Brown raps.
I think, in my opinion, the weekend is the closest thing to Jackson.
No, he's the closest. I'm
in
not
my
saying
opinion,
that. He is.
But people argue with me saying that Chris Brown is.
No. Chris Brown is in his own lane, like J. Cole is in his own lane. He raps, he sings, he dances. He's here fucking dancing with the moon. Now, The Weeknd is just hitting all charts with it. I believe The Weeknd is. I'm saying Bruno Mars because I do like Bruno Mars, but I'm saying that he's not here.
He's not Weeknd and Chris Brown material.
No, he's not. He's not. I don't know where he's off to right now, but I don't know. He's not.
Shout out to everybody, but The Weeknd, bro.
No, The Weeknd.
A-Boy ain't nothing to fuck with.
Bro, yeah, The Weeknd has been hitting it every single time.
You know, I party with him, right?
Huh?
I party with The Weeknd. I party with The Weeknd, bro.
Bro. Don't give me with the liver.
No, I'm not saying liver. I party with The Weeknd, bro.
Right.
I party with, bro.
Right.
This is way before which The Weeknd you guys know. This is House of Balloons weekend. I partied with Abel, bro. Like, we partied together.
I'm 300 in, but I'm still
drugs. This is it's a crazy story, but it just went left when like there's a lot of things. I'll talk about it off camera, but I partied with The Weeknd.
Okay. He partied with The Weeknd.
Dr. Dre will be trying out for the archery competition in 2028 for the Olympics.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what he stated. I'm just saying that's because
archery what?
Archery.
Yeah.
He's because this is me in Los Angeles. So if people don't know, the next Olympics will be in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And he stated that he does archery and he is going to try out.
Nice.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope. See Dr. Dre. Imagine Dr. Dre winning a gold medal.
Even if he doesn't win, just seeing Dr. Dre in the Olympics.
Snoop Dogg was in the Olympics, so that was crazy too.
No, but Snoop was.
He was performing. Yeah.
He got allegedly he got paid $500,000 a day.
What?
A day.
Damn.
A day being yeah. So allegedly, I don't know if that's true or not. You think he'll make USA or no, Dr. Dre? Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. If that breakdancer made
French woman break dancing, yes.
Yeah, if she made it, Dr. Dre's gonna ace through the whole fucking test. That was horrible. I mean, sorry.
It was horrible. No, we're allowed to have our own opinions.
Yeah, it was just devastating. I'm sorry. I laughed, and the next day I was like, man, I shouldn't have laughed.
But you know what gets me mad about that? Is that the French woman, something high power, not French, sorry. Australian French woman in power. I don't know if she was the president. I don't know what their terms are. She went on the record and said, this is why it's hard for women because it's sexist. People making fun of her because she's a woman because it's sexist. And this is why women can't be good at sports or anything because people judge women. No!
Hell
bitch!
No.
Hip-hop started in the Bronx. You don't know how to break dance.
Oh, bro.
You didn't do well. Did you see that? Oh, when you see
gotta
it,
have fun.
My girl, as a woman, go watch Australian right now while we're sitting here. Australian Olympic breakdancing woman, and then as a woman, you tell me, did she do good or are people being?
If it would have been a guy, we would have been
a dog, a cat.
Bro, it's like, yo, this is not it.
She did this. She did this. She did this.
Look it up
in the breakdance. Go look at it. Exactly. You didn't do well. Sorry, baby girl. Yeah. You failed.
Choose another profession.
It's funny we talked about this, but let's talk about it again. Because he did an interview. Big Sean's interview with Charlamagne. I sent you a link on one of the little clips, but did you actually see the interview? If you didn't, go watch.
No.
I think that interview will make you understand Big Sean a lot more, and it solidified everything we talked about. And it's funny that we talked about it and then it was locked in with a lot of things he talked about with Charlamagne.
What did he talk about?
He talked about being on Kanye's label. He talked about he in specifics he talked about not being able to shine as much because of the whole Kanye thing.
Okay. Oh, I believe so. Hold on.
But check it out. And if you haven't, if the big three fans, meaning Kendrick, J. Cole, and what's that one?
Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake?
Drake, yeah. Sorry, Drake. Sorry, Drake.
Sorry, Drake. Yeah.
Drake. Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. If you're the big three fans, you're gonna see why Big Sean is part of the big three, and it should be called the Fantastic Four. But that shit happened, bro. Big Sean is him.
Well, I saw that Drake dropped a bunch of music apparently when they dropped a diss track against 100
gig.
Yeah, and then there's a diss track. I mean, not a diss track, but there's bars thrown at Kendrick from 21 Savage, some shit like that. And I'm like, you guys already.
Yeah, but I think Drake got something up his sleeve. First of all, Drake just dropped that he became a Houston native in America. He got a driver's license, so
wow.
he's a Texas resident.
Holy shit!
So seeing that right there, I think like there's load up. There's load up. Something's happening. Something's gonna happen. I'm not saying that Drake is gonna win or that. And this is funny that we're talking about this because this is my next thing. And you know I'm not biased. Is it safe to say that Kendrick is this generation's Tupac?
Oh shit!
Because I believe he is. I'm gonna let you know.
I have never dived into Tupac as deep as I should have.
Mm-hmm.
I will, because after watching the documentary, I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But with what I've heard, yeah, I can say that. Yeah.
How many projects does Kendrick have out?
Kendrick?
Yeah,
I want to say like 8 or 8. Not counting all the features and singles.
No, project like just albums.
Albums, including mixtapes.
Let's say let's say Section 80 and Forward.
4 to 5.
4 to 5. Okay, so I would tell you to listen to 4 to 5 of Tupac's, and then
listens to 4 to 5 of Kendrick.
Yes, and I believe that, in my opinion, I don't care what nobody says. And if people don't know that I'm not a Tupac fan. I respect Tupac, but I'm not a Tupac fan. I can tell you that Kendrick will go down so far, because I'm still this age.
Mm-hmm.
But Kendrick will go down so far as the closest thing Tupac
ever got.
And he is what, if Tupac didn't die, if Tupac didn't exist, Kendrick will be the Tupac.
Closest to what Tupac is.
For sure.
Yeah, because I think he has Section 80, A Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Mr. Morales, and Big Steppers. I think that's how it is.
So keep it like that. Section 80 has to be added to that, because Section 80 is just... Section 80 is... Alright, so Good Kid, Mad City is my prime Kendrick. But Section 80 is what people don't understand Kendrick is. Yeah. Just like Friday Night Lights is J. Cole, but Born Sinner is one of my top 5. I can listen to that album front to back every day, any day. And I don't sit here and praise J. Cole often.
Yeah,
so,
J. Cole to use that.
Yeah, exactly. So, definitely. If you can say you have been struggling with something personally in the past month, what would you say it is, and how are you working on it?
Personally, I want to say I've been struggling with I don't know if maybe I want to say time managing. For remembering things. I feel like again, tying it into because I've been watching it, the series. I feel like Jimmy Iovine said, like, you have to have blinders on and just keep going.
Yes.
He's like, I don't even know what day it is today. He said, so I feel like right now I have the blinders on me and I don't even know, because the reason why, I don't know if you know this, but the reason why they put blinders on the horses is so they don't look left or right.
Right.
Because then if they look left
or
right, they get
the win.
Yeah. So I feel like with me right now, I have blinders on me and I just forget what day it is. I forget to sleep. I forget to eat.
We were supposed to shoot tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we're shooting today. But you thought we were shooting yesterday because you
texted you
telling me it was supposed to be tomorrow, but you said, "Are you ready to do today?" And I'm like, "Well, you said tomorrow." And
bro, because I'm like, I want to do everything everywhere.
I'm proud of that.
Anytime.
Though. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that.
Worried.
I'm very proud of that. I want to tell you that you have been And just if you didn't know, alcohol causes mucus, and you have allergies. That's why you're sneezing so much. You don't drink this often.
No, exactly. It's passive, especially with alcohol.
I want to tell you, and whatever. If anybody has any kind of hating shit to say, fuck you. But I want to say that I always tell you that I'm proud of how you're doing and how you're working, how you're going. And I was talking to Robbie, actually, and I brought him to your show, and I was like, I'm still working with Matic, because when we met, it was supposed to be a one interview thing, and I put the idea of him, let's do this for promo, and he just been consistent with it, and it motivates me. So it's just you're doing so many things in one, and you're still doing everything that you said you were gonna do with discipline. So it's dope shit. It's keep doing what you're doing. I heard some music that you dropped. We're not gonna talk about it, and I said, bro, this. You can hear you can, and I'm working with you bi-weekly, right. Sometimes tri-weekly, but bi-weekly, and it's just, you can hear every song, everything that you drop is just leveling up more and more and more. And I told you, like, your dedication, your hard work is showing, bro. It's showing. I know you're a hard critic on yourself, and as at the same time you're on a tunnel vision, so you don't see it. But that's okay. I don't want you to see it. I just want to be the motherfucker to tell you, you're doing it. I don't want you to see it, because then I think if you see it, you'll get lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't want you to see it. That's why I don't praise you too much, and I got to start working on, like, telling you, like, don't do that, don't do this. But keep fucking working, keep going. And what are we closing out to? What song? That's a dope watch. I forgot to tell you. I keep seeing it, and I keep forgetting.
Gabby gave it to me. I love this watch. It's full.
And if you didn't know, Gabby's his wife. Dope watch. Shout out to Gabby.
Yeah, shout out to Gabby.
I need you to bring her more often. So I know she's doing her thing.
Yeah. I got you with I'll play Coyote. What's the name of it?
And this is Matic Mondays, sponsored by High Noon. I think we're gonna close out with a watermelon for you, because watermelon's your favorite.
Yeah.
Can you handle another one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why, but I don't think High Noon hits as much. Like, man, like I want to go to the bathroom, like, in a few after we close out.
Shout out to Royal breaking the seal.
Yeah, literally. But I feel like with a regular beer, after one, I probably would have been in the bathroom already. I already drank 3.
That's what I'm saying. High Noon's natural. High Noon got that good stuff, sparkling water. If you don't know, go and try. Obviously, you got to be 21 and older to drink alcohol. But just High Noon is that. It's the good stuff. That I can simplify it like that. It's the good stuff.
Yeah, literally the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Better than anything else that's out there.
So what are we talking about? What we're closing out with?
This one is called "Wish I Could Go Back."
I wish I could go back and apologize for being my own demise. I know that it's strange to think that you could be the answer to all your problems. I wish I could go back and apologize for being my own demise. I know that it's strange to think that you could be the answer to solve your
Rushing for left with a pistol, grabbing up a tissue like what's my issue? Sitting picture, new description, what I lived through, what I could change. Any of it could be a mistake, to risk it all and get nothing in return. I throw the dice, close my eyes, I cry at night cause I cannot take it. Money and object, but it make it crazy. And how many dollar signs do you need to create the burn and the breeze? Paint the sky with blood, yeah that's it. Feed the kids brutality, that's real. Felt jealousy, pride came to me with apples I bit in and realized that it was a snake. The same on the line on my face, and family don't mean a thing when they don't support you cause fucking finances. I need some emotion, that ain't negotiable. When your heart is controllable, talk to me, tell me I'm here and can go and just listen. Like what are your limits? Asking to God what is missing. Aren't you completed? Then didn't you wake up today? Got many blessings but still to complain. So what you gonna say? What you gonna say?
I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back and apologize for being my own demise. I know that it's strange to think that you could be the answer to solve your problems. Do you sit at night and wonder this. I wish I could go back there to know that life was so fast. Got memories, but I forget. Kinda feeling like I'm losing myself now. Got the remedy for this sickness. Question is, how will I use it now? Universe had a conversation, told me you got a lot of time, but use it wisely. You take it lightly. You compromising. Your doubt is haunting. You trust yourself for someone else to go. Making creative dreams that you know they were yours, but now it's too late. Too late. It's too late, cuz too late. It's now you're gone. Too late. It's now you're gone. It's now you're gone.
Have you ever heard "You" by To Pimp to Butterfly by Kendrick?
Yes, but
It's like he made it basically like he's talking to himself.
that's what I was gonna say. Self-reflection song.
Yeah, that's why I put that bottle of drinking
Liquor.
and stuff. Yeah, that's what I had that from, because he makes it look like he's drinking, and I guess that persona took upon him, but he's talking to himself.
So say I know you was one of his. I think I don't know word for word, lyric for lyric, but I don't know it's a self-reflection song, and it's argue. I think it was with the dad. Something no.
With the "You"?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying that he's talking about actually like more or less like kind of like survivor's guilt, like how he's got out.
Right.
He was supposed to call somebody, he didn't. So
Right.
they passed away, stuff like that.
Right. But that so I was gonna say breakdown of a self-reflection track. I think these are one of the more your personal tracks. I think these are more that this is a Matic fan that has to understand you.
Yeah, and
listen
see
to you.
what happened. Yeah.
This is not gonna be a single. This is definitely gonna be a Matic fan.
I want to have that. I want to have that. Obviously, I'm compiling songs to it. Right now, I have 65 so far. So I'm gonna have, all of them. I mean, whatever song, since obviously I got the opportunity and the ability to have decent amount of songs set to separate them and be like, okay, this can go here, this can go there. But obviously, I want to be able to release, because I'm in the mindset of like, you heard this, but this is not as hot as what I got right now that I'm gonna record. So everything I record at the moment, I want to release it, but I know I can't. So I'm setting them up on the side, like, hey, this one's gonna go for this one's gonna go for this one's gonna go for this. So, and I'm constantly sending them to Jay to see what he thinks too. So
I think a dope promo run would be once you do, or we do, because everybody's in the circle with you. Once you do drop a album, I think it would be. What's your favorite number?
Favorite number? 18.
18
or 8.
I think it would be. You know what? Let's do 12. And I say,
let's do 12.
Yeah,
12 is a good number.
Yeah, because you've been doing. We're gonna finish off the year well. We started off, me and you. Let's say me and you. I promo between me and you. But I think when you create that album, I think we should do a good 12
songs.
No, just a 12 giveaway run with your album for free, maybe stamped, or let's even maybe see if we can press it, or if not, USB it, or something where we can give away, like we can go and give 12 different cities or 12 different something, and find somebody, or 12 different malls, or 12 different
places that you go
places, and give those to those 12 people, and like, well, I'll go as the host, and you go as the artist, and we'll just go up to people like, hey, we're randomly selecting you
people, just
and 12 different people, and we'll give those to 12 different people, and give it, unless I don't know if USBs, because nobody has computers, so I would say like 12 personal barcodes or merch, merch like that, and give them some sort of code where they can download it for free.
Okay.
And give them a merch, and 12 different people. But I think we should do that end of the year giveaway for 12 months.
Funny enough, I was telling Brent today, I was like, yo, are you down to go to, because I'll tell you on the side the reason why I got that. Are you down to go to Atlanta or New York or California? Because I always thought about that.
12 states would be dope.
That would be dope too. Because I told him, I was like, let's go for business. Let's go with an agenda.
My girl knows that I love road trips. We can do 12 states.
I would love to just go to those places where like that music pops over there.
Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. On top of North Carolina is Virginia. But fuck, pull up your
maps?
Yeah, pull up your maps. I'm not good at geography. I know the East Coast, but literally, let me see something real quick. Because 12 would be so dope.
Atlanta.
So it would be Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland. We can do New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut. That's 12.
Damn.
We could drive literally up the East Coast.
Hell yeah.
It literally, I mean, but we have to do it quick because we all have jobs and lives. So
yeah, exactly.
We'll have to do like a daily type thing, but that would be dope.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I'm down.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, man. And to go and to get to meet people and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I won't even think about it. Let's just
put it on camera. But no, honestly, you can't think about it. You have to just say,
just go and find out.
Tell your girl, tell my girl, babe, we're going on a 32-hour trip, and
I got
because all three of us drive, so we can all switch.
Yeah, we can switch. And it's not gonna be that long. Yeah, when somebody, if only one of us drove, then yeah, that'll be a problem. Right. But everybody drives, and I know Brandon's now for sure. He told me that. Yeah, I'm down. Like I literally just started texting him today.
That's dope. That's dope as fuck. Matic, we're closing out. Anything you have to say? Anything you want to close out with?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Saint Sicko. Shout out to this man right here for bringing me home again.
Shout out to the other of the opposite of Saint Sicko.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Brent. Shout out to my guy Brent.
Shout out to Brent. He's working right now. He's just getting out of work in a few. And yeah, man. Shout out to Jay Cruising. I hope that we can have him soon. Owner of Talkers and Tattoos.
Bring him by. Bring him by.
Yeah, shout out to Jay also. The other Jay.
Yeah.
JK.
3KR.
Yes.
Hey 3KR.
That's it.
You know the vibes. Litty Willie. Shout out to High Noon.
Shout out to High Noon.
Matic Mondays.